Black immigrants aren't just overlooked in the immigration system, they're actively targeted by it, and the numbers don't lie. This is Burden of History, where the truth doesn't need a visa to cross borders. I'm Dr. Rose, and today we're talking about a reality that rarely makes headlines. From Haiti to Cameroon, from Jamaica to the Congo, across the entire Black diaspora, people come to America seeking the same thing everyone else does: safety, freedom, and a fair shot at life. But here's what they actually get: a system that seems to whisper, "Welcome to America, now step into this cage." Want to know how systematic this is? When politicians say legal reform, suddenly it's crickets. But mention deportation? Boom. Spreadsheets appear, task forces assemble, and private jets are fueled and ready. Here's the brutal math. Despite being a small percentage of all immigrants, Black people make up a disproportionately massive share of those detained and deported. They're more likely to be locked up, less likely to receive legal help, and significantly more likely to be thrown into solitary confinement. Remember when Haitian refugees arrived at the Texas border? They weren't met with compassion. They were met with officers on horseback, whips included. But sure, let's keep pretending this is about national security and not racial bias wearing a badge. When Cameroonian asylum seekers fled literal dictatorship and torture, they were shackled and fast-tracked for deportation. Because apparently, our immigration system's biggest shortage isn't compassion. It's time for mercy. Even during a global pandemic, Black immigrants were deported in massive numbers, some sick, some dying. Turns out public health only matters when it's not attached to dark skin and a foreign accent. And here's the twisted irony: some of these same people had supported the very politicians whose policies came back to deport them. Apparently, pledging allegiance doesn't stop deportation planes from taking off. This isn't random policy, this is systematic pattern. And it forces us to ask the question nobody wants to answer: who gets seen as a refugee and who gets labeled as a threat? Because it's never been about the crime, it's about the complexion. It's not about the story, it's about the skin color of who's telling it. Immigration injustice is racial injustice, full stop. And the fact that we're still having to spell this out in 2025, that's the entire problem right there. Black immigrants are not invisible, they are not disposable, and they will not be erased just because some people in power are uncomfortable with truth. This is Burden of History. If this made you nod, made you angry, or just made you tired of the silence, share it. Because silence is injustice's best friend and storytelling. That's resistance with receipts.